TSN, Canada's only network for junior hockey, proudly presents the 1994 World Junior Hockey Championship. From the Czech Republic, it's game number 3, Canada and Russia.
You say yes, I say no. You say no, and I say go, go, go. Oh no. You say goodbye, and I say hello. Hello, hello. I don't know why you say goodbye, I say hello.
Between the hellos and goodbyes, Air Canada, in travel partnership with Air France, Continental, and United Airlines, is changing the way you see the world. This is the new Air Canada for all the world.
The SO Tiger team talks pride.
Customer liked my smile. I watched you guys work and we always had grin from ear to ear. It's like being just a real family, and when you enjoy being together, you enjoy your customers more, you treat your customers better.
There's a great amount of care taken in everything that SO does.
We take what we do very seriously. We expect to be the best, and we work at it.
Customers number one.
Quality, friendly service. And I think that's what it all comes down to.
You're on your way with SO.
Up here, the blues are everywhere. Well, you know, late at night in bars, sharing the blues with lots of people just seems natural. Like all great blues, ours have a quality that comes from the heart of the country. You know, you can't stay home all the time.
Tired of getting gifts you can't use? Stock up on holiday packs of Pepsi products and save over $100 on stuff you can. Have fun, be merry, party with Pepsi.
The 1994 World Junior Hockey Championships on TSN is brought to you in part by Pepsi. Pepsi reminds you to be young, have fun, drink Pepsi.
This year, with your assists, we can hit our targets and net our goals. The money raised by your United Way stays in your community to help people who need help most.
The United Way, Montreal Canadiens, and all my colleagues would like to thank you for your support.
This year, please give all you can give.
The problem with using your local phone company for overseas calls is the out-of-reach rates that go with them. Fortunately, you now have a choice. Unitel Overseas, the new calling plan that can shrink the world by 28%. We'll guarantee you 28% savings on the overseas number you call most often. Whether it's in France, Italy, Hong Kong, or any one of 120 other planned countries. That's 28% savings versus your local phone company. Anytime, day or night. Call now to find out how you can also earn a free month of overseas calls. That's up to $500 in calls for absolutely nothing. So you can stick with your local phone company's out-of-reach rates, or you can call 1-800-305-3834 and ask about Unitel Overseas. With guaranteed savings and a free month, what in the world are you waiting for?
Flag, you block your team. They are hard enough rubber pump and...
Get ready to crank up the heat. TSN brings you a night of high-speed thrills with Rolling Thunder. Get into the fast lane and out to the world's hottest races, fastest tracks, and grueling off-roads. Crank it up with Rolling Thunder Night, Wednesday on Real TV TSN. TSN delivers the biggest hits from the hardwood at the Hiram Walker Special Old Pins game.
Good.
Canada's top bowlers will be wearing their lane faces as they compete for $90,000 in prize money. You can't afford to miss it. The Hiram Walker Special Old Pins game. New Year's Eve, bring out the old and roll in the new with the men's 5-pin competition. Celebrate it on Real TV, TSN.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our TSN Control Center. I'm Jim Van Horn. Unfortunately, we are experiencing technical difficulties from Ostrava in the Czech Republic. We have lost our satellite feed to the World Junior Hockey Championships, where the game between Canada and the Russians is underway. The first period is now over. Canada with a 1-0 lead. We are working to restore the satellite. In the meantime, let's take you to some alternate programming and a feature on Danny Grant. We'll resume as soon as we can.
I had a really lousy day. How about you?
You had a lousy day. Wait till you hear what I went through.
Families need to talk. It's never too soon. It's never too late.
Win or lose, rise and fall, joy and sorrow, you really gave it all. Real laughter, real tears, share the spirit of the season.
The most exciting up-and-coming open-wheel drivers showcase their talent through the streets of Halifax at the Moosehead Grand Prix. The Players Limited Toyota Atlantic Series Tuesday, right here on Real TV, TSN.
Don Cherry's Grapevine, you're gonna love it.
Tuesday night, Don welcomes Paul DiPietro of the Montreal Canadiens to the Grapevine.
Right here on TSN.
Some cracked windshields have to be replaced. Others can be repaired. At Speedy Auto Glass, they do both. And either way, it's guaranteed. Don't take a chance. Take it to Speedy.
Speedy Auto Glass, at Speedy we care.
We're in a garbage crisis. One reason McCain chose to pack their juices in these aseptic boxes rather than non-refillable glass bottles. 1 liter aseptic packages use 88% less material than non-refillable glass, generate 85% less solid waste, consume 62% less energy. Plus, it would take 30 trucks to ship 1 million empty 1 liter glass bottles to their factories and just 2 to ship the equivalent in aseptic packaging.
McCain made their choice for the environment.
50 cents a day for a year buys a woman and her children a week's refuge so she won't have to go home. For more, one way you can help the most, the United Way.
If you've ever had acid indigestion, what I'm about to show you is surprising. Think of this rose as your stomach. Watch what happens when I dip it in concentrated acid. Serious stuff. Now, watch how Pepto-Bismol coats this rose and works to protect it. Don't suffer with indigestion. Get the effective coating action of Pepto-Bismol. Serious medicine for your stomach.
When you buy a specially marked 3-pack of Kodak Gold film and send us the special coupon, we'll send you a Kodak videotape free. No shipping or handling charges. No harm intended either.
Like a worn-down eraser, your car's brake wear indicator will make a squeaking sound when the brake pads wear out. So if your brakes are squeaking, your brake pads may need replacing. Trust your brakes to Midas.
Experience the thrill of the chase as Sony's one-gun picture tube in breathtaking clarity lets you catch all the action. Sony Trinitron, the straightaway leader.
Identification.
Analyze.
Pasteurized. Preservative.
Conclusion.
Regular air.
Chamber. Analyze.
Cold filtered. No acid preservatives.
Conclusion.
Naturally clean, fresh tasting, real craft beer. Cold filtered Labatt genuine draft. Where you are is where it's at.
Express ourselves by creating.
Arthritis was a life sentence. Because of the Arthritis Society, more Canadians are escaping the pain every day. I'm Maureen Forrester. Please give to give hope.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Van Horn. Welcome back to our TSN Control Center. We'll get you back to the World Junior Hockey Championships in just a minute. No, there is no satellite problems. This is a scheduled update, believe it or not. The NHL All-Star team in the East was rounded out today. Let's take a look at the final rosters now. Jaromir Jagr, Eric Lindros, and Alexander McGillney were already voted into the starting lineups by the fans. Added today from Ottawa, Senators leading scorer Bob Kudelski, Joe Sakic, who's having an outstanding year for the Quebec Nordiques, and Mark Recchi, another fine player for the Philadelphia Flyers. Also from the Rangers, Mark Messier, Adam Graves. The game is being played at Madison Square Garden. Pierre Turgeon from the Islanders has also been added. Adam Oates, leading scorer for the Bruins, has been added, along with Brian Bradley from the Tampa Bay Lightning and Jeff Sanderson from the Hartford Whalers, who is their leading scorer this year as well. Let's take a look at the defensemen now. Ray Bourque and Brian Leetch were voted by the fans earlier. They were announced last week. Added to the blue line, Gary Galley, Al Iafredi, Larry Murphy, and Scott Stevens. The goaltenders include Patrick Waugh, who was voted by the fans as well. His teammates will be Mike Richter and John Van Beesbrook. Richter, of course, went 20 games without a loss this year for the Rangers. John Van Beesbrook, a former Ranger playing in Florida, will be welcomed back by the crowd at Madison Square Garden. Busy night in games tonight in the NHL. 6 games being played. Some key matchups in the Central Division, including the Toronto Maple Leafs as their roadshow continues in Dallas against the Stars. The Leafs will be without Clark and Andrechuk, but Todd Gill and Nikolai Borshevsky are expected to skate for the Leafs tonight, and they need them back in the lineup. They have been decimated by injuries. Other action tonight. The Rangers are in St. Louis as the Blues look to keep pace with the Leafs in that Central Division. Chicago is in Winnipeg to take on the Jets. Winnipeg having all kinds of problems. Have called up goaltender Mike O'Neill from Moncton. Montreal is at Edmonton tonight. The New York Islanders are in Quebec. And Florida and Hartford, the Whalers having trouble this year, but the Panthers scoring their second straight shutouts on the road just the other night. Spengler hockey action today. The tournament is underway in Davos, Switzerland. Davos played host to Team Canada this afternoon and won by a score of 5-2. Canada finishes with a 1-3 record in the round-robin tournament. Will not make it through to the qualifying medal round. That is it for now. We'll get you back to the Czech Republic for more continuing coverage of the World Junior Hockey Championship. Canada leading Russia 2-0. Back with more hockey after this.
Instead of slamming your foot down on the brake pedal, squeeze and release the brake using just the force necessary. It will increase the life of your car's braking system and save you money down the road. Trust your brakes to Midas.
Get ready to crank up the heat. Get into the fast lane and out to the world's hottest races, fastest tracks and grueling off-roads. Crank it up with Rolling Thunder Night, Wednesday on Real TV, TSN.
First, there was McCain Pizza Pockets. Now there's
McCain Super Pockets, taste of perfection.
Zesty Chicken Fiesta, delicious Western style, creamy egg and cheese.
McCain Super Pockets,
All with a crust that's baked, not fried. So there's no leaks, no mess.
McCain Super Pockets.
Super taste, super snacks.
For 3 of the last 4 years, Canada's juniors have been on top of the world. The 1994 World Junior Hockey Championships from the Czech Republic. Live, right through to the final game on Real TV, TSN.
Spicy, crispy, curly, thrilling. McCain Super Spirals. We love what you've done to our fries. You've spiced them up, curled them up, and turned them all around.
McCain has taken its famous super fries, dipped them in light-tasting batter, and surrounded them with bite after bite of spicy, crispy satisfaction.
You've spiced them up, curled them up, and turned them all around. McCain Super Spirals. Whoa! We love what you've done to our fries.
What's in the bag? Lunch. Quarter pound of cheese, fries. Kick you for it. First one that misses. I know. Watches the winner eat. Barefoot, helmet on backwards, split the uprights. Through the tunnel, hook it, off the stone guy, split the uprights.
These guys are good.
Off the freeway, through the tunnel, off the scoreboard, split the uprights.
Hockey Championship. Today's game from the Czech Republic was brought to you by Air Canada for all the world of hockey. By Imperial Oil and SO Associates, proud to be a leading sponsor of youth hockey in Canada. And by Labatt Blue, honest and true, you bet it's blue.